Hey everyone, you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast, and welcome to another new episode of Matches on Radar, episode number 3, where we discuss the matches that you should watch from a particular week. So, today we are going to discuss the matches that you should watch from 9th October to 16th October 2021. So, let's now begin this episode then. So, first, I am touching upon New Japan Strong Autumn Attack Day 1, 9th October, and this match is Tom Lawler versus Ren Narita for New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. This match was a very great match, awesome fire and determination shown by Narita, and we know how much from bottom he have came through, and he has so much came across and so much experience that he has got. A valiant effort shown by Narita, where it was a tough challenge. He gave a tough challenge for Lawler actually, and I didn't thought actually Lawler will lose. That's what kind of had a negative point of this match was, and the match length could have been cut short in my opinion. But this was a really good title defense by Tom Lawler, and it was a great watch to me. I would say the determination, the submission skills shown by Narita, and the Shibata things, and the perseverance and the courage that he actually shown in this match was top notch, I would say. So this is my recommendation from this 9th October's Autumn Attack Day 1 show. We next get to the 11th October Monday Night Raw, Xavier Woods versus Ricochet. This was also a good match. High flyers, both of them are colliding King of the Ring first round. Great competitive match with both of them actually using their high flying skills to perfection, and the agilities to perform to perfection actually in order to advance to the next round. So this was another great watch that actually stood out from the Monday Night Raw. And apart from that, no matches that I would recommend from Monday Night Raw, 11th October. Then next we get to Ring of Honor TV. So this match is the OGK versus Bandido versus Rey Horus. So if you guys don't watch Ring of Honor, you are missing on some great wrestling, man. This is only a 1 hour show, and you shouldn't miss it. And this match had a great storytelling, and the psychology of this tag match was so good. This was a face versus face situation. If you see, OGK wants to rise in the tag team rankings to face the tag team champions, and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett's chemistry were like they were very well oiled machine. They actually have been in the tag team for so long. The Kingdom, if you know, at one point the champion looked too vulnerable as well, and that kind of had a wasn't a good look for me. The Bandido is the Ring of Honor World Champion, but they had a great cohesion. I mean, the OGK, and they were cutting up the speed of Bandido and Rey Horus, the most of the fastest lucha wrestlers that we see. And uh, it actually created an opening when Bandido's legs were actually limiting running and tagging his friend Rey Horus and his teammate Rey Horus. So that was the story here. All in all, great match, man. Nothing too much explain about. And yeah, next we get to from NXT 2.0 12th October, and this is Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Santos Escobar for the NXT North American title. These two are another modern set of wrestlers who never put on bad match. This match was really good. The added element of family not being there for Isaiah gave an awesome babyface support for him from the fans, and I guess they want to have a face faction when he debuts on the Hit Row faction, when he debuts on SmackDown. This is always great if you see, and they are being supported, and they are being very different from other factions, I would say, and hope so they won't break it up, man. And yeah, at a point of time, if you see Reigns versus Swerve, that could be a amazing match to see. And while hoping good things to come for him, and a really good match. Talking about this match, actually a great story that they told here. Yeah. And then we get to, while the result was like he was getting drafted, so Carmelo Hayes cashed in, so that's another thing. But the match itself I'm talking about was great. Next we get to MLW, and this is 13th October 2021. And MLW is also another great wrestling promotion who actually have a great storytelling, one of the best storytelling promotion that I'm watching around right now. Filthy Tom Lawler versus Davey Richards is the match I'm talking about. First round matches for Opera Cup tournament. So Opera Cup tournament is actually began from this week, and they have some good matches coming up actually, and they engage us with great stories, with segment and authority figures. So that's what stand out MLW. So much intriguing show this is, consistently great. Talking about this match, it was awesome. The mat wrestling is a forte of Lawler, if you have watched it, and but counter wrestling on that same level by Davey is what made this match a must watch from the start, with awesome psychology, taking the hands out of by Davey and then following the same strategy effectively by Lawler as well, by damaging his hands onto the ring post and steel steps was the story here. It was whole lot of getting through the pain for Davey, and but finally he comes back, targeting on his leg with some great smooth transitions, which was fantastic in my opinion, by both of them. But several tries, Davey finally locks the great heel hook. Lawler, unable to fight through and get to the ropes, finally passes out while he was holding the mid finger. It shows the anger that he is showing up. So a great psychology, storytelling, as well as character that he has shown here. Also ending to an awesome first round first match. That was a very treat to watch, and one of the best match of this week's, I would say, that stood out for me. Next we have is NXT UK 14th October show. This match is Ilya Dragunov versus A-Kid for the NXT UK Championship. This first title defense for Ilya after a great grueling match with Walter. Finally, defeating him. Great opponent this time. Last time they had the match as well against A-Kid was awesome as well. Well, it wasn't that to a level, I would say. It was a near to great match, I would say. Well, we didn't see a title change in hindsight, I would say, but the story taking out the leg of A-Kid and the arm of Ilya, A-Kid's facial expressions and selling, that could have been better, I would say. That was okay, but when watching Ilya, it was different. He shows so much pain and so much. I mean, the facial expressions, reactions he shows is so much into that ring. He converts into that ring. Anyways, it was a really good fun match. Easy title defense for Ilya Dragunov, I would say. Next we get to SmackDown 15th October, and this match is, you know, that Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. These two never had a bad match. Back and forth, great chemistry. They completely delivered, and they also actually highly teased a babyface turn for this match for Sasha Banks. And don't know it was just for this match or something. She worked and sold her knee damage very well when she was actually trying for the Meteora and hit her knee onto the ring post actually. And support and chance were for Becky actually. I didn't had a thinking that they would have a decisive ending. I thought Charlotte Flair may interrupt. That what the guess was from all of them. But I was glad it was the Bianca Belair, because she haven't done heelish tactics that much. So as a face, so that was a good thing, I would say. And she's going to Raw, so she's not sticking to SmackDown. So nothing to say about that. Nothing damaging for her. I think Sasha Banks would go on to turn face in coming weeks, because chances are Charlotte would be the biggest heel on SmackDown Women's Division, and they can create a babyface chasing title story with Banks perfectly. And yeah, a great match put on by two great two horsewomen. You can say that. Yeah. And next we get to AEW Rampage 15th October. This match just was fire, man. This is Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki. What a fantastic, a very fun, very fun, enjoyable match. An all out bonkers match, and no story. You would not find any story in this. Some match don't need any story, and that's what it is. This was just fantastic, and Bryan Danielson proves that he can put on match without a match structure as well, in an impromptu environment kind of, that Suzuki follows. And he just so unpredictable, entertained the hell out of me, I would say. And a great match. Yeah, next we get to AEW Dynamite. So this week and next week we have Dynamite on Saturday. So that's why I actually have this episode on Sunday for this week and next week. I actually already notified on to my Twitter account. If you are not following it, kindly do follow it. And this match is Malachi Black versus Dante Martin. Really good match. Match structure was good for TV environment. A nice chemistry that complemented both Black and Dante styles very well. Very well, I would say. And I didn't thought about that this could be this good match. I mean, I was surprised to see, and I really liked it. I would like to see another match at a future date or something. Comfortable, fun watch. It just flew by, and really opened the show very well, I would say. And yeah, so this was the matches on radar of this week's. And tell me your thoughts on what was your match that you liked from this week's matches on radar in my list. Or if you have not, if your match have not made the list, do in the do take it out in the comment, click it out, check it out in the comment section, write it down in the comment section below. Yeah, and next we get to special mentions. And this week's special mentions, we have the match New Japan Strong Autumn Attack Day 1, and this is Jay White versus Robbie Eagles. This is a champion versus champion match. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, who is Robbie Eagles, and IWGP Never Openweight Champion, who is Jay White. While it was somewhat long, that's why it didn't make to my matches on radar list, but it was a really good match, I would say. Good match, good work match. And the match structure, it was very rearranged format at times, but it is a good watch, I would say. And next we get to the Ring of Honor TV episode, and this is a special mention, and that is SOS versus Dak Draper and Dalton Castle. This was also a good match. Some comedic elements were there from Castle and Draper, but this was a good match as well. I really enjoyed the match actually. And next we get to NXT 2.0. This is Joe Gacy versus Tommaso Ciampa, and the caveat was if Gacy wins, the match between Braun and Ciampa would become triple threat. And I didn't felt that they need to create a triple threat situation, but anyways, this was a good fun match to watch through. Yeah, he moves. He had some great good athletic maneuvers in his arsenal for Joe Gacy. Nice moonsault to be exact, and he results very much similar like Kevin Owens. And yeah, good chemistry, fun, very fun, well worked match, I would say. Yeah, and they opened the show this match, and that was good. So, guys, these were some special mentions, and yeah, tell me your thoughts on this week's matches on radar episodes. Which match did you like the most from this week? And yeah, put it on the thoughts, whatever you guys have in the comment section below. And please make sure to like this video, support guys, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.